Well, good afternoon and welcome here to Calgard Gymnasium on the campus of Trinity University here in San Antonio, Texas. And we have an SCAC matchup to basically decide who gets to participate in the postseason tournament. A win and they're in for the Trinity Tigers. And we will get to some of the possibilities as the game goes on. But Schreiner coming in, looking to wreak havoc. Their starting lineup, Cameron Davis, Alex De Hejos, Chase Pinter, Paul Wells, and Matthew Rendall. For the Tigers, that's going to be A.J. Clark, Ben Hanley, Jordan Lippman, Jack Williams, and David Nickel. So your thoughts on the Tigers and where we're at, final home game of the season here on Senior Day.
Yeah, the stakes are definitely high here for the Tigers, looking to come back and bounce back to that road loss to Schreiner on Thursday. So we'll see what the Tigers have. And as you mentioned, Josh, the starting lineups there looking a little bit different for the Tigers. Jordan Lippman starting today over Ben Kennedy. Lippman coming off the bench, the high scorer in the game on Thursday with 19 off the bench. So Coach Cunningham looking to work him into the rotation a little more here today.
And you saw the 2019-2020 standings here for the SCAC. And Schreiner and Southwestern tied at 7-9. Dallas and Trinity tied at 8-9, or excuse me, 7-10 for Schreiner and Southwestern, 8-9 for Dallas and Trinity. A lot of possibilities going on as those four teams fighting to gain those final two spots. 1, 2, and 3 already taken. 4, 5, and 6 still up in the air. 3 of those 4 teams will be in. 1 will be looking out, and it's just a matter of trying to see what's going to unfold here within the next 2 hours. We'll keep you abreast of scores around the conference. Try to get to some of those particulars, maybe even in the second half, as to what the scenarios are. But essentially, both of these teams, they need a victory. And getting that is really, I mean, you lose and you got no shot. And Trinity could back their way in with a possible situation. Schreiner, no chance to back their way in. I say no chance. It depends on what Southwestern also does. But teams need victories here. And the opening tip's going to go to Schreiner. They took the last matchup just the other night. They played Thursday night over in Kerrville. Schreiner winning that one. And so the Tigers looking to repay the favor here on the home court.
Well, just a really optimal scenario for the Tigers if they're able to win this one, basically controlling their own destiny. So that three-pointer is good to start out from Chase Pinter. But Tigers in a good position from the inside looking out, so to speak. A.J. Clark pushing off there and gets whistled for the offensive foul. Looked like a bit of an embellishment there from Pinter, but he does get the call. There definitely was at least a little bit of contact there. So Pinter doing it on the floor on the offensive side with the 3 and then drawing the offensive foul. De Hoyos, the primary ball handler here for the Mountaineers, taking it up. Will be covered by Lippman up top. And good defense there from David Nickel, getting his hand in the passing lane, leading to the Tigers running here.
I've seen it all year now. Pinter returning the favor, getting in the lane there as A.J. Clark has his pass swatted out of bounds.
Yeah, Tigers just a little bit too quick there, but you got to like the idea to run early off the turnover. These points off of turnovers always come in handy. Tigers working it around the perimeter there. Good little move from Clark as he swings it to the corner. Tigers looking for something. Once again, unable to come up with a shot on that possession, Josh. So already over a minute and a half in, and the Tigers still without their first shot. As that 3 rattles in for Wells. The early 6-0 lead for Schreiner here as they hit both 3-pointers they've taken.
Southwestern hosting Johnson and Wales. That one just tipping off as well. Lippman driving in. Nickel from beyond the free throw line, he knocks it down. Big shot for David Nickel. Figure you're going to have to see the rest of these sophomores stepping up and playing some big-time performances here today.
Yeah, we keep seeing that all-sophomore lineup from Cunningham, this time electing to go with Lippman over Kennedy, but the sophomore theme remains.
Pinter pulling for 3 again. Can't get it to fall. Rebound for Nickel. Up ahead for Lippman. Quick pull for 3 for Clark. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound over to Rendall.
Good movement on the outside. Williams just a step too slow, but Nickel gets there to take the charge. Great play by David Nickel, and we've seen him do it all. A lot on the defensive end in terms of getting there and drawing charges this season. Very invaluable contributor to the Tiger defense. And so Trinity looking now to get this one a little bit closer here. So we're in the first 3 minutes of action. Good look down low from Williams, finding Ben Hanley there. Good job from Ben Hanley, really using that positioning down low to get open and get a little 2-foot jump shot there off the glass.
Cuts the lead 6-4. And another charge. Yes.
There it is. Jack Williams this time. So the bigs for Trinity alternating and drawing those charges. And Josh, you know, sometimes the block isn't the primary mode of defense. It's getting in there and drawing that charge. I mean, there's no dispute over who gets the ball there. It's an automatic turnover.
I mentioned Lippman getting the start. Did not get the start on Thursday, but he pumped in 19 off the bench.
Yeah, 19 in just over 25 minutes. A very efficient performance from him.
Go back to Lippman. Pulls his first attempt of the day. No good. Rebound for Wells. Pushes it forward. Schreiner holding to a 2-point lead here early on.
Good drive there. A little help. And good help from Nickel, but even stronger take there from Davis. Able to get that 2-pointer to go in. So Cameron Davis on the board now. And good play there, setting up Lippman off the pick and pop there. Lippman just curling around. Didn't even need the dribble there, just fired that one immediately. Schreiner faithful in the crowd here today, as this is a very important game, as we had mentioned.
An important game. These two teams travel partners. So based off of that, you can tell that Schreiner not too far away. Kerrville just down I-10, headed west. Take you about, we'll say an hour. I don't want to tip off any law enforcement out there that ever see me on the road, but an hour.
Absolutely, give or take an hour.
30 minutes to an hour, depending on who you are. But that will lead us to our first timeout. 15:51, and the visitors on top early, 8-6. We'll be back. This one starting to build itself up to what we expected here. Two teams fighting for that postseason chance. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 15:50 left here. First half. Schreiner holding to a 2-point lead. Getting the game that we felt like we might. 83-76 was the final on Thursday night up in Kerrville. And for the Tigers, trying to get everything done here today. Victory, they assure themselves of a place in the tournament. They can get the number 4 seed. 1, 2, and 3 are already locked up. Centenary is the 1. Austin is the 2. Texas Lutheran is the 3. And with 4 points now, David Nickel putting himself squarely into the Tigers' postseason hopes here. Got half their scoring. We're tied at 8.
And Southwestern probably feels like they have a very winnable game today against Johnson and Wales, but it has to be played before you can declare it a victory. And there's an and 1 opportunity there from Wells. Good move from Paul Wells down low to get that and 1.
Fantastic patience down low. He thought he could go up, He waited. Knew that he was probably getting close to that 3-second call, and when he finally goes up, he gets the contact, knocks down the shot. Adds 1 here at the line. Third 3-point play of the day for the Mountaineers. This one coming the hard way. And Wells with 6 points early on.
It's the first free throw we've seen so far tonight, and we were just looking over the break at the box score from the game on Thursday, and there was just a crazy number of not only free throws taken, but free throws made from each team.
27 of 30 for the Tigers, 27 of 34 for the Mountaineers.
Just unprecedented good free throw shooting there. 90% from the Tigers over the course of that whole game.
What a
Good move from
fantastic play for Jordan Lippman. He was underneath the basket. He made the space he needed, did not commit the offensive foul. Puts it up and in. He's got 4.
Yeah, Lippman definitely looks a lot healthier than we've seen earlier in the season. He'd missed a few games with injury.
Can be electric for the Tigers. Type of guy that can go out and score 20 a night for you. You just haven't had the opportunities. And so now with maybe a chance to be fully healthy as we get to the postseason run, if this team can gel, having lost 2 in a row, if they can start to gel. They had been playing very well before the 2 losses. Maybe go on another mini run. NCAA tournament, anybody's guess at this point. Trinity knocked off all 3 of the top 3 seeds this year. And that one, another 3-pointer knocked in by Reichert Bloom. Straight off the bench and in. 3 points.
Yeah, not hesitating to pull that one. That one was a very deep shot as well, but clearly within his range. You mentioned last year's tournament as Williams answers with the 3 of his own, but last year's tournament, the Tigers creating some noise and just barely losing that last game to TLU. Game that they felt they could have won. And an answer to Williams' answer comes up right here as Schreiner hits another 3-pointer. Score up to 17-13 Mountaineers.
It's the game you wanted. Lippman throws it away. 13:50 to play here first half. Another substitution.
Yeah, that 3-pointer hit by Rindall, the big man for Schreiner. But, these big men are versatile in today's game, able to shoot the 3 ball as well as playing in the paint.
Over in Georgetown, Southwestern, 16-14, leading over Johnson and Wales. 13 minutes to play first half.
Johnson and Wales has for a 2-22 team, they're good. I mean, that just sounds weird to say, but we saw them play here. They played us close for the majority of that game.
Played a lot of close games. They haven't finished games very well. Lippman getting in. Nice job with the offhand going in there, slapping it away. At least make them reset. And Schreiner peaking maybe at the right time. Got to have late season activity if you want to do something. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, that shot clock hadn't reset with the ball being poked out of bounds, and I'm not sure the Mountaineers realized that. Taking their sweet time on that play. No real urgency to get a shot up. Carter Larimore now in the game. Tried to screen for Lippman there, but couldn't. And Lippman will toss that one under the legs of Steven Molina, so another turnover for the Tigers. And if the Tigers are going to play successful basketball today, they can't have a lot of those.
These 2 teams travel partners, so they usually face the same teams on back-to-back nights. And this past weekend, they both did the same thing. They beat Johnson and Wales, but they both lost to Colorado College. That set up the matchup for the 2-game home and home that each team will play. So instead of doing it throughout the rest of the season, the 2 teams electing to just take the last week of the season and make the most of it. And it'll stay Schreiner ball. Last touch by Kennedy, but I don't know if it was out even before then.
Yeah, it looked like it was going out, and he just had that last-ditch effort to save it. But another opportunity here for the Mountaineers. They've been shooting the deep ball well early on in this one. And De Hoyos will try it again.
In front of the rim, no good, but unable to pull the rebound with Sparks. That'll fall to A.J. Clark. That'll be nice save underneath there by Hurd. I thought for sure he was headed out of bounds with that, but he managed to keep everything in. And then on the other side, Reichert Bloom knocking down another 3. He's 2 for 2 from downtown.
Yeah, he's been on the money with that shot. Has that quick little chest release there. You can see people in the crowd imitating that form, but he's getting it to fall.
Kennedy drives baseline, kicks out Clark, back to Molina. He'll go in. Now Williams, no, the offensive foul coming first on Molina. 11:55 to play here, first half. And we will take a timeout. Schreiner, they've knocked down the threes early. They're 5 of 7 from downtown. They hold a 7-point lead. We'll be back to Calguard Gymnasium in just a bit. Welcome back. Trinity made their last 4 shots, but they haven't scored in the last 2 minutes, leading to a 6-0 Schreiner run, and they've run that lead up to 20-13. 5 of 7 shooting from downtown here early on for the Mountaineers. Really the main difference here in this game so far, just the outstanding three-point shooting coming from Schreiner.
That statistic of the Tigers, 4 of their last 4, but no points in the last 2-13. They haven't gotten a shot in the last 2 and it change minutes. So offensive rebounds, turnovers, all that sort of thing going against the Tigers. So that 3 ball is in and out, so Tigers do catch a break on that one. Kobe Patterson, good job corralling that rebound. Looks like Coach Cunningham willing to go to his bench often here.
Molina hit on that one. The official says nothing doing there. Coming back the other way, ball thrown out of bounds. I'm not going to say that's a complete ball don't lie situation, but Tigers get the ball back.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of karma restored there. There's Nickel back in the game, and I think a good substitution there for Coach Cunningham. Nickel had been operating quite well early on in this one, especially on defense where the Tigers really need to clamp it up.
Shriners won 3 of their last 4. Make this push for the postseason. Inside to Nickel, nobody there. He's going to put that one in. Nice feed in from Patterson. And a good play. Tigers just running through their offensive set, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, great find there from Kobe Patterson. Not known as a big ball handler or distributor, but doing the good job there.
A.J. Clark stepping in the passing lane. Molina may have gotten a little piece of that one to knock it down. Now he's got to look at the lane, kick out. Kennedy, he'll drive in, kick out. Nickel, finally, he'll shoot. Knocks it down. David Nickel with that mid-range
great ball
jumper.
movement overall there from the Tigers.
8 points for the big man. Clark getting a piece of it, and Nickel comes up with the loose ball. Tigers continue to roll 6 of their last 7. The one miss was the 3 that we think he was fouled on. There's finally the first true miss in my mind. And maybe Schreiner putting a little bit of hesitation on the Tigers as they run it back. Now they're going to take a timeout at the 10-minute mark. 9:59 to play. And let's jump over to Georgetown and see if we can get a quick look at what's going on there. 10:57 to play there. 23-21 Pirates. So that one still up for debate, but like we said, Johnson & Wales has played well early in games. They typically start to fall apart late. You see a 2-22 team, they're 1-16. Southwestern should win that game at home. Schreiner needing a victory to keep pace. St. Thomas, the outright winners of the SCAC. They are new to Division III. They are not eligible for the postseason. They are not eligible for the SCAC postseason. They will take the individual crown, but it'll be the number 1 seed to Centenary, number 2 to Austin College. Both of those teams will get a first-round bye. Texas Lutheran, who had looked good in the first half of the conference play, they will be the 3 seed. They will take on the 6 seed That could be any one of these two teams. Could be Southwestern, could be Dallas.
Yeah, still up in the air.
3 of those 4 teams will finish it out for us.
Aggressive play down low there from Paul Wells, and he got the foul from Ben Kennedy. So Wells will go to the line for 2.
Trinity's still alive for the 4 seed with a victory. They own the head-to-head against Dallas, so even if Dallas were to win today, they would take the mark at 4. So it's almost Trinity's in at 4 or they're out. And if they lose and somehow back their way in, that's another possibility.
Yeah, they'd need some help from Johnson and Wales for that to happen.
Yeah. Trinity's in with a win or a Johnson and Wales victory over Southwestern. Blocking foul called against the Mountaineers. That's going to go against Sparks.
Yeah, let's see that again.
It's a good cut coming in from Hanley.
Ooh,
He
I don't
might have
know,
been
actually.
there.
I thought that could have
Yeah.
gone the other way.
That could have been a charge, but not called. The only thing I can think of is maybe he just caught him on the side, not necessarily on full-on contact.
I will say, though, he did look set, and I believe he was out of the restricted area there. But either way, Hanley will take the free throw. And the second one gets that generous roll there, so the Tigers, who were just down by 7 a few minutes ago, cut the lead to 1, 20-19. And De Hoyos takes it the whole way, but he's rejected emphatically by David Nickel. And don't mess with the big man down low. He's 6'9".
Good ball
And there
movement
he
inside.
is.
Nickel, 10 points. The first to go to 10, and we might get the block here.
Yeah, get that weak stuff out of here is what he's saying to Alex De Hoyos. The guard trying to put that one over him. And Wells pushing off to try to get the offensive rebound, and the ref notices, and there's a loose ball foul.
Nickel putting in his 10th point. Tigers 21-20. They've got the lead. Mountaineers have not scored since the last media timeout. We're almost near the next one. It's an 8-0 run over the last minute, 55. And the drought for Schreiner now 3 minutes, 19 seconds.
Yeah, that was just about when Nickel came into the game. I'd be interested to see what his plus-minus looks like after the game ends.
They did get off to a hot start early on with a couple of threes. Patterson knocking down a 3. Kobe from the corner. It's a 4-point lead for the Tigers.
Good to see Kobe Patterson hitting that shot confidently. Not someone who takes or hits a lot of threes, but able to hit that corner look. Tigers were just down 7. Now with the ball again, already up by 4 here. Good movement around the perimeter. We'll go down to Patterson, back to Clark, to Nickel.
Hanley, turnaround jumper, up off the glass and in. Ben Hanley, 6 points. 2 of 2 shooting. He's also got 2 at the line.
13-0 scoring run here. Just seems the brewing of a big, big output here in the first half for the Tigers.
Wells finally ends the scoring run and ends the drought for the Mountaineers. Wells with 8. Clark finds Patterson. What an absolute brilliant pass. And a nice job by Kobe Patterson not to overplay that one. Putting it nicely in off the glass. You get another look at it here.
Yeah, he just snuck in the back there. No one was watching him down low. Great job to free himself open there.
Great look at the replay by the crew down in the control room. And coming back the other way, it's going to be a foul against the Tigers. And Nickel will have his first. Or excuse me, Second foul. That will take us to the media timeout. 7:01 left here, first half. 6-point lead for the Tigers. They've turned it around last few minutes. We'll see if momentum can shift back for Schreiner or if Trinity can carry this for another 7 minutes till half. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 7:01 left here. Trinity 28, Schreiner 22 over in Georgetown. 7:37 left there, first half. 28-27 Southwestern. That one's close as well, so opportunities just in case.
Wells missing his last three free throws here. Have a chance to hit this one. And he does. So the Tiger lead cut to 5 now. Good look, Larimore on the pass from Stewart, and he hits that. The Tigers shooting just an astronomical shooting percentage here, just about 77% here, and there's only 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. And a missed dunk there for the Mountaineers, but there's a whistle on the floor.
Okay, look at it. Larimore setting up. Nice feed in from Stewart. Tigers 3 of 5 from downtown, 60%, but 13 of 17 from the field, 76% here first half. Good shooting, 8 of 16 for Schreiner, 5 of 8 from downtown for them.
I believe they called a technical foul on Rindal for Schreiner, sending Stewart to the line there.
That'll also be his second foul overall. Get a good look at things here.
Well, Rindal, I believe, was the one who went up and missed that dunk. So not sure where that call came from.
Trinity by 9 now.
Might have said something to the official, looking for a foul or something. But either way, the Tigers getting that extra point there from the technical free throw and now the ball. Looking to push the lead here to double digits. Larimore bobbling the ball, and the attempt by Hanley to save it, unsuccessful. So it will be a Tiger turnover here. And despite 8 turnovers on the afternoon, the Tigers still holding tight to this 9-point lead. Mountaineers featuring their same starting lineup that we saw at the beginning of the game. Corner 3 from Pinter, and he's off the mark. Jack Williams getting in there to steal the offensive rebound. Tigers looking to run the other way. Williams looking up top to Larimore. Larimore for 3, and he hits again. Carter Larimore burying his second triple of the afternoon, and the lead now up to 12. Good to see the big fella getting open and hitting that three-pointer wide open. And he knew it too.
The bench knew it as well.
As a coach, you always want your guys to follow their shots, but looks a little more confident if you're able to just walk off as soon as you release it, knowing that that ball's going in. Mountaineers looking for some sort of offense here. 3 ball from De Hoyos, and he puts that well short, but Lippman stepping out of bounds on the rebound. Looking at this extended run here, it's 22-3 extended run for the Tigers. Turning a 7-point deficit around to this 12-point lead. De Hoyos kicking into the corner. 3 ball off the mark. Williams able to snag it down, but turns it right back over.
Wells wide open in the middle. He finally.
I don't think he knew how open he was.
Put back and the foul for Rendall. He's got 5 points. He'll be going to the line for another foul against Larimore. Been silent there for the last few seconds. Been reading the updated addendum that was sent out today on the tiebreaker scenario. That one is off the mark. Hanley with the board. Basically, Trinity's in from everything I can see. They should be in no matter the circumstance. It's just a matter they can fall from the 4 to the 6 seed. Schreiner holds a tiebreaker over Southwestern if they are tied at the same record. So that game becoming important over in Georgetown, because if Trinity were to win this and Schreiner were to lose, Schreiner could still be the 6th seed.
Just a bad shot there from Rendall. I don't know why he's taking that out of his range there. Great fight there to get the ball. And all sorts of pandemonium ensuing on the court here. This looks like a rugby scrum or something. And Ben Hanley able to call timeout with possession of the ball, so the Tigers will have the ball after all of that.
If you want to know what two teams fighting for their postseason lives looks like, it's this right there.
Bodies sliding everywhere on the court.
But timeout on the floor. We're going to take 30 seconds. We'll rejoin you in just a moment here on the Tiger Network. Welcome back. 4:23 left to play here. First half, 35-25. Tigers storming back in the last 8 minutes to take the 10-point lead after being down 7, 20-13. It's been all Trinity since. Lippman working from the corner. Now back to top of the key for Hanley. Shot clock at 10.
Now, Larimore's been hot. He might want to just put this one up, but.
Oh, nice stutter fake. Oh, I did not see the travel, but the official did.
Looked like a little Euro step there. Looked pretty good to me.
I agree, and I thought A.J. Clark finished that off beautifully, but not to be. Still 35-25.
You just got to have a short memory on those sort of plays and just get right back on defense. Yeah, I don't think he traveled there.
I didn't see it.
And there's basketball nowadays. There's a lot of leniency on that sort of play.
Somehow the foul not called against Jack Williams crashing in. And
there's another travel.
Yeah, well, he stepped out of bounds before he traveled, so either way.
Looked like he did travel, too. I think he
did.
He shuffled that pivot foot.
The official that would have called a travel on that one had already called him for stepping out of bounds, so we won't know if he would have been called for the travel, but there is a chance.
In the first appearance here, or correction, second appearance for Miller here for the Mountaineers. I only saw 5 minutes earlier.
Under 4 to play over in Georgetown, 37-33. Southwestern with the lead.
Johnson Wales really hanging tough in that one, trying to play spoiler.
Offensive foul. Yep.
Oh, outrage all over the gym, but Josh, you were right on that. It looked like probably the right call.
Yeah.
I've never seen Coach Cunningham this animated, and there's going to be a technical.
Yeah, I think you have to get. You already gave a player one for an outburst. You got to give one here.
Let's see that. Oh, he put his arm down. He didn't really extend out the elbow, though.
Yeah, looking at that replay, I don't see it, but from this angle that I had back here looking at it live, I kind of saw it originally. So.
Yeah, it looked a lot more egregious the first time around, but fans loving Coach Cunningham's enthusiasm. Sometimes you got to get that technical for your guys. Free throw is good. So, Coach Cunningham gifts the Mountaineers with the basket there. 2 points.
And sometimes you'll see the return of dividend there from your team as they respond to the emotion and the adversity that Tigers have here. And if you can raise the intensity level of your team up, sometimes it's worth taking a tech.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is, though, the pace of the game slowing down a little between that technical and the next possession. But the Tigers do get the turnover, looking to run here.
The Tigers haven't scored in the last 3 minutes, so still looking for a bucket.
Yeah, Kennedy rushing that one there.
Wells brings it across to Hillis. Corner, Reichert Bloom. He's knocked down 2 of 3 from there. Miller inside for Wells. Spinning around. He's going to get a foul. It's going to be on Larimore. It must have been down low. We'll take a look at it again. I did not see a foul. Not sure where it was.
Let's see if he got him on the arm when he was going up. That
yeah, right
come
there.
Down.
Okay,
there it
cool.
is. Yeah. Yeah, he got him.
Right there on the arm. Missed it live. Missed it on the first replay. Thank you to the crew for slowing it down. A really good call there from the official.
Coach Cunningham talking to the official still.
Schreiner University's Matthew Rendall has 1 team foul. There are only 4 team fouls for Schreiner.
Yeah, the announcement being made about team fouls for Schreiner. Rendall's technical does not count into the team foul category. They're going to take time out to look at something. 2:25 left to play. We're going to take a short break and join you back here in just a minute while everything gets sorted. And if we can figure out anything, we'll let you know. Welcome back. We still don't know what's going on.
Man, this Schreiner crowd is not so forgiving with the officials and their use of time here.
Correction of the score, Trinity has 34 points.
Oh, they reset Trinity's score there. I guess. I mean, we had 35-27, and now they've changed it here to 34-27.
I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, may as well just be honest. I have no idea either why they. I don't think there was a 3 that was being reviewed or anything. I'm not sure how after all those discussions from both sides that's the conclusion they came up with.
Oh, we'll figure it out. Meantime, 34-29, Trinity on top of Schreiner. Inside, Clark. I'm going to say it was a clean block from Rendall. Cunningham not happy about it, but he's got to be careful already with 1 tech.
And all of a sudden, this lead that was 12 just a few minutes ago, after all this commotion, it's only 5 now.
Kicked out, far side. Shot won't fall for Miller. Rebound for Kennedy. Brings it back for the Tigers. Jack Williams drives, pulls up, too hard off the glass. Laramore's follow-up attempt won't fall. Wells with the board coming back the other way.
A good cross-court look to De Hoyos. Wow, that was well off the mark.
Side of the rim, no good.
But hey, props to him for sticking with it and getting the two-pointer to fall.
I've always been curious. Ball hits the top of the basket or up top of the backboard, it's out of bounds. If it hits the side, it's still in play.
Yeah, I've always wondered why that's the case as well. And 3 free throws now coming for AJ Clark, but yeah, I don't see why the top of the basket is any worse than it hitting that side part there. So that shot
Follow up
falling.
top. De Hoyos and AJ Clark to the line.
Knocking down the first free throw is Clark. Tigers not really getting to the line all that often, which is quite the contrast from Thursday's game against the Mountaineers, which they got to the line 30 times and knocked down 27 of those 30.
Yeah, up until the last minute or two, this pace had been absolutely fantastic, especially for a game this competitive. Jake Clark knocking down 2, and the drought is over. And make it full 3 for AJ Clark.
De Hoyos cross court there to Pinter. And the shot clock down now in the single digits. De Hoyos puts one up and puts it in. Good
Nice
little
run
floater
here
there.
for De Hoyos, as he's got last 2 baskets here for the Mountaineers.
Deep ball there for Kennedy.
A good rebound. Going to go for Miller. Push it across. Make it 7 in a row.
Not sure why De Hoyos was so quick to fire that. They can't go 2 for 1 with that, but he did hit the shot.
37-36 Trinity.
Looks like the
Got the
Schreiner
last
crowd
shot.
more into it now than the Trinity crowd was earlier.
Kick. Williams to beat the buzzer. No good. And a heave at the buzzer. No, a foul. You've got. Why would you even contest?
Oh, man.
3 free throws coming for Schreiner and just a mental collapse for Jack Williams.
Yeah, that I mean, you got to be kind to these guys out here in how you call the games, but that's just a really boneheaded decision right there.
Yeah, that was a foul all the way, and it'll be Wells go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, and it definitely looked before the buzzer. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. I guess
they're
maybe they could look at whether or not he was shooting, but
Calling down to the control room now to see if.
I don't know why you can test that shot from 60 feet out.
So they're looking at the replay on that last shot.
And what a turnaround to end the half. Schreiner with a chance here, if assuming they get the free throws, to take the lead.
So is he looking at the monitor? Is it not working?
Still waiting on an official word here from the officials. The half looked like it was going really quickly, and then we saw that delay a few minutes ago where the officials were taking all this time, and now
Not much you can do. It's not working. Go ahead and finish out the half.
looks like they're trying to figure out what's going on down there with the TV to see the replay there. Is Justin Parker working there with the officials to try to get a look at what's going on. I tell you what, I mean, this is just the most typical ending to a basketball game or half that you could ever imagine, where the final 30 seconds takes about half an hour. I mean, it's the unfortunate reality of basketball where there's plenty of fouls to close out a close game. There's plenty of replay review. In other news, Trinity baseball looking good again with the 9-4 victory earlier against Endicott, coming on the heels of a 12-4 victory last evening. The officials are still working down there. And I mean, this was all totally avoidable here if Williams just doesn't go and try to block that shot. I mean, I just really don't understand what the deal was with that. So we will get Paul Wells going to the line. 0.7 seconds put on the shot clock. I guess that is when the foul occurred. First one from Wells is in. He will get 2 more. Gives Wells 11 points on the game now. Second one, that high arcing free throw does find its target. And he hits all 3. So it's as if he had hit that 3-point heave as the Tigers try to answer with one of their own. Surprisingly somewhat close, but does not fall. And so that'll bring us to halftime with the score: Schreiner 39, Trinity 37. The Tigers leading by as many as 12, but letting it slip away late here in the first half. So score here on the court is 39-37 Schreiner. Make sure that that is correct later on. Stick around. We'll be back in about 15 minutes to bring you the second half of this game. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the second half here. Sorry for the delay in getting you guys back to action here. So Josh did provide some clarity as to why Trinity lost one of the points they previously had, as Nickel gets fouled there by Paul Wells down low. So what had happened was that technical foul that had been called on Matthew Rindall on the Mountaineers had been changed. So it just became a one-shot technical foul rather than a two-shot foul. And the first shot that was taken on those free throws was a miss, so the Tigers lost that point that they had previously gotten. Nickel off the back iron, missing that first free throw. So the score is currently correct. What you're seeing, 41 to what is now 40 after that free throw. So the Tigers down by 1. Tigers shooting a robust 58% on the game, but they do have 13 turnovers, so that number, the reason why they're not leading by more at this point with that good shooting. Ball being passed on the outside. De Hoyos guarded by Lippman. Spins to free himself from Lippman, and then Nickel comes over to help and is called for the foul. De Hoyos a little slow to get up there, and I mean, you can't blame him when you see 6'9" David Nickel, not exactly a light task to go against there, so De Hoyos at least a good 7, 8, 9 inches shorter than David Nickel there, taking the brunt of that one. Mountaineers have made 9 of 13 free throws up to this point. And number 10 falls there. De Hoyos hits. De Hoyos capping off that first half. They're putting in 7 points in the last minute and a half or so, including a big, deep three-pointer that got the Mountaineers to within 1. And he hits them both. That one as pure as could be. Right now on the floor for the Tigers, Clark, Williams, Hanley, Nickel, and Lippman. For the Mountaineers, Davis, De Hoyos, Pinter, Wells, and Rindall. A.J. Clark being pressured, finds Williams. Williams out to Jordan Lippman. Lippman, one dribble in, hits that, or takes the jump shot, does not hit it. Just goes a bit long. Cleared by the Mountaineers, and De Hoyos is looking to run. He gets called for the offensive foul, though, on the pass-off. De Hoyos lowering that shoulder and getting called for the offensive foul. That gives De Hoyos his first personal foul on the day. Seen quite a few offensive fouls in this one. Tigers operating on the outside. Jack Williams, jump shot no good. Mountaineers looking to run on the other end here. It's De Hoyos collecting, looking up top to Rindall. And they continue to work it around the perimeter. Rindall puts up a deep one, and he hits. Big shot there. Gives the Mountaineers a 6-point lead. Their biggest was 7 in this one. Jack Williams down low there. Williams with the timely bucket there. Tigers within 4. De Hoyos way off the mark on that 3. He's airballed a few of them, and the Tigers fans are letting him hear it. Good looks around the perimeter. It's Lippman working one-on-one. And he gets fouled on the pass-off there by De Hoyos.
Elsewhere, it's Southwestern running up their lead now. 53-42, 15:09 left to play. Second half over in Georgetown. Get another look here at Lippman getting fouled as he went up, and then after the foul, he decided to dish it off just because he knew he had no shot. And the foul was called.
Good look there from Ben Hanley, and he hits that. He'll hit that every time. Freeing himself up there, but Josh, that was an important distinction there, that whole issue with the point being taken away from Trinity there. As I had explained earlier on the broadcast to start this half, there was some reason behind it. So good we got that cleared up.
Yeah, so they basically took away they took away the technical foul on Rindall as well. And so Williams for 3, he's got it.
Big 3 from Jack Williams, and the Tigers on a 7-0 run, reclaiming the lead.
Jack Williams now with 8 points.
Good to see that big shot from Williams there in the corner. Now De Hoyos gets rejected by Lippman. stays Mountaineers ball, but De Hoyos having all sorts of problems down low, trying to get it over the big arms of the Tigers.
Inside. Wendell
There's a
travel.
foul. Oh, they called a travel before the foul.
Well, hop step, very subtle but noticeable.
Yeah, they'll call that little shuffle every time.
Williams 3, giving the Tigers the 1-point lead, trying to expand upon it. Nickel blocked. And oh, that was a carry, that was missed. Wells carried. And now it pushed off on Williams.
Yeah, Wells getting away with quite a bit here on this last possession.
Good screen. De Hoyos. Front rim, no good. Rebound for Nickel. Tigers will bring it back. Hanley all the way. He'll draw contact. Record Bloom with the foul.
Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that ball just rolling back up onto basically the shoulder.
Yeah, wow, that was pretty blatant as well.
And so, but it didn't result in a possession worthy of points for the Mountaineers. 15:41, first media timeout. We will be back. 47-46 Trinity. Got a good one here in Calgary Gymnasium. Stay with us. Back. Tigers still shooting 56% here, 63% from downtown, 75% from the line. Both teams well off their pace at the foul line from Thursday night. And the Tigers with the inbound play.
Down low, Nickel will get the ball back, but guess no contact there down low. Just a tough angle for a shot, really. Tough shot there on the inbounds play. That play has worked for the Tigers, just usually they get it more freed up than that.
Taking it all the way is Miller.
That was number 33.
They're going to call Nickel the flop. See if we can get a replay of that one. I want to see what Nickel did down low.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he tried to get the charge there without very much contact.
Correction, that is not a personal foul.
So Nickel with his third personal. The technical for the second flop of the game for Nickel.
It's interesting to see that called, though. It's not something you see called too often. In an effort to clean the game up, I suppose.
There was a little bit of contact there. I don't know if it was enough to say the guy flopped. I mean, we've seen some in the past where there was absolutely no contact and the guy fell over. Those are definite flops.
That was more of an embellishment.
Yeah, obviously Nickel, you know, but it's hard to say that guys don't fall to the ground on certain things. Nice job inside for Barry.
Just came in.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't look like 32, but 22 Barry with the inside rebound and putback. Tigers offense in a little bit of confusion right there as two players meet at the same spot for the ball.
Barry working aggressively to section off Nickel. I was going to say they're going to get him for a foul
A
eventually.
little too aggressive.
He was all over him that whole time.
48-47, Schreiner back up on top. And as this game bounces back and forth, so do the. I'm just glad we don't have a live updated seating in action here, because that thing would be going absolutely crazy with the games in progress. A.J. Clark all the way to the rim, puts it up and in.
Really good back and forth action here, and everything we'd expect from this game. Both teams looking hard for that victory, for that seeding, and for the Mountaineers, more of an important game to make sure they even get in. That deep three on the money there from Pinter. That's his third made three-pointer of the game.
Dallas and Centenary game just getting underway.
Good look down low. Nickel misses it, gets it back, and then gets it in.
I'm not sure how he got that without committing a foul and then able to put that one up and in.
Yeah, that was a very impressive look from Nickel, and great drive there on the other end by Miller.
See Nickel's shot there, and we'll see Miller's layup here in just a second. Hanley cuts it back
Great
across.
pass
Kennedy
there.
For three. Back rim, no good. And foul called. We're in the replay. Miller putting in a strong layup on the other end.
Wow, good take by all those Tigers defenders there. Just drove his way through.
Foul number 22, A.J. Clark is second. Team foul number 2.
See, Kennedy, I feel like his shot gets somewhat affected by whether or not he's getting more minutes. You know, it's harder to come in straight off the bench cold rather than being in rhythm the whole game. As there's another three. This one's short, though.
Stay with Schreiner here.
And Barry already producing some impact in his limited minutes there, scoring a basket just a minute ago and then creating that next opportunity here.
Kicks down for Sparks. Now they finally go far side. Pinter.
Yep. Problem with Patterson having to go straight up and down there was he didn't really put in too strong of a contest on that layup. And Schreiner lead back to 4 points.
A.J. Clark can't get it to fall. Schreiner needing to win 4 of their last 5 to make the tournament. They've got 3 out of their last 4.
So if Southwestern loses, they're in, but it looks like Southwestern's going to win.
Yeah, they definitely need to win here. And as I said, looking at the scenario sent out earlier by the SCAC office, Commissioner Dwayne Hanbury was in attendance here tonight. They'll be presenting the women's team with the regular season trophy before tip-off of that game following this one. And he'll be in town next week as well over in Kerrville. And there's going to be a foul on Kennedy before the turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately, he'd already turned it over and then got called for the foul in addition. Oh. And that's just like, I mean, that's just a super smart play there from the Mountaineers to set up for that charge,
Pinter.
knowing where he was, knowing where Kennedy was.
Smart play by Pinter just to keep that form. Kick out, no good on the 3 for Sparks. 4-point game. Larimore drives in, kick out Patterson. Now he'll drive. And he's fouled going up for it by Barry. Barry with a couple of fouls now.
Foul number 22, Josh Berry is second.
Yeah, Patterson will get to the line after we come back from this timeout. So 11:56 left. Mountaineers leading 55-51. We'll be right back.
55-51, 11:56 left to play here from Calgary Gymnasium. Kobe Patterson to the line for the Tigers.
4-2.
Tigers, 90%, 48 hours ago. They could use some of those free throws now.
And misses them both. So big misses there for Kobe Patterson. He is perfect from the field in his 2 shots, but unable to hit either of those free throws.
Miller for 3, no good. Rebound for Larimore. Runs the break himself. Finds Patterson. Back to Larimore. Nice feed back inside. Larimore had nowhere to go with it as he's already underneath the rim a little bit. Kennedy for 3. It's going to be off the mark. Rebound for Larimore. Staying here. Foul is going to be against Patterson. And the foul on Miller.
So Patterson back to the line here. Tigers are in the bonus here.
Patterson with 5 points. Knocked down a 3. He's perfect from the field, 2 for 2. But
So 1 and 1 here. Gets that.
knocks that one after 0 and 2 from the line the first go round. He knocks down this one.
And the second one good, so this time around, Patterson redeeming himself, hitting them both. And cutting this to just a 1-possession game.
Molina goes for the steal, doesn't get it. But Schreiner not able to take advantage of the mismatch. And now the missed 3 from Wells, rebound for Larimore. Kennedy coming up. Drive in, kick it back out. Larimore, top of the key for 3. Knocks it down.
Larimore has been all over that shot all game. Larimore
Sets
3
up
for 3
and he
from
likes
behind
it from the top of the key. And Carter Larimore now with 9 points.
Yeah, they've been giving him that shot as well.
Back live inside. And Daw can't get it to fall, and it's going to be off of Schreiner. Tide turning just a little bit here in Trinity's favor. Crawling back with the lead. Schreiner now 0 for the last 4. They haven't found the scoreboard in the last 2.5. And Sparks is going to have a seat. Davis checking in. Hanley guarded by Miller, and now he gets the screen. Able to go all the way around. The 3 missed by Molina. Patterson with some defense.
I was wondering why De Hoyos was trying to take that 1-on-2 there, but he did get the foul call.
He's going to go against Molina.
Foul number 15, Stephen Molina, second. Team foul number 4.
Not a smart foul there for the Tigers. Molina just way too aggressive there on that inbounds pass.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty easy call. Schreiner now inbounding from middle of the court, preferable to down at the baseline as far as bringing it in. Davis and DeHillos, just a little bit of back and forth.
Great ball movement there.
Wells can't get the fall. Rebound for Clark. Lippman pulls for 3. Back corner, no good.
Oh, De Hoyos with all sorts of moves there, but put the layup up way too short.
Yeah, it's almost as if he flopped himself. He was trying to draw the contact and faded away from it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of trying to draw the contact, is you sometimes go away from your natural shooting motion.
The block coming from Larimore. Schreiner still hasn't scored in quite a while now, up to 4 minutes. Clark high off the glass, no good.
Wells, yeah, doing a lot to change that shot there.
Wells into the interior, drawing a little bit of contact, no call. Rindahl pulls down the rebound. Larimore with defense. Rindahl
Another
grabs
rebound.
Another rebound. And finally gets
Wow,
it to
you had
fall.
to figure eventually one of those looks from 4 feet was going to fall. Enough opportunity there. Rindahl now has 9 rebounds as well as 11 points, so he is in double-double territory just about.
I imagine with 8 minutes to go, he's going to pick that up at some point. And he's just missing his own shots down low. Clark, interior, kicks it around. Now Hanley drives baseline. Lippman, top of the key. And there's a foul on Davis. Jordan Lippman to the line, but not before the substitutions.
Jack Williams, David Nickel in.
Williams and Nickel back in for Larimore and Patterson. Tigers 1 for their last 8, but Schreiner 1 for their last 10. Lippman 19 yesterday, 7 currently. Checking in at Georgetown Southwestern 71, Johnson and Wales 60, 4:33 to play. Second one no good. We are tied at 57 here in San Antonio.
Yeah, this one is one of those games that's going to come down to the wire, almost certainly.
Inside 3, no good. Rebound on the interior by Wells, and then put back and in by Pinter.
Wow, Mountaineers looking very aggressive on the boards here. The Tigers are going to have to match that intensity here.
Mountaineers definitely playing like a team that's trying to play for another game, and Nickel will throw it away. And I'd like to see a replay on that last foul if we've got it. It just, A.J. Clark coming across, I think he's trying to hold up. And didn't, oh yeah, he got him with the arm. I thought he was able to sideswipe the body, but he definitely gets him right there.
It is. Yep.
And that'll take us to the break. 7:32 left to play. Mountaineers with the ball up 2 when we return. Well, quite a few things going on during that timeout. Cameo there from former assistant coach Ross Burt. And you see Quinn Patterson applying some of the, I believe that would be the blood release off the uniform. So 2-point lead here for the Mountaineers as we return. 7.5 left to play. Davis kicks over to Hillis. Now back to Pinter, to Wells. Pinter for 3. Front rim, no good. Rebound, out of bounds off Schreiner.
Can't say they didn't hustle for it, though.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we've definitely seen, even when they were down what we believe to be what's 10 points at the time. It was only 9, but hustling even then. Hanley brings it across. Screen set by Nickel, trying to go inside with him. He's got baseline, goes up, and he's fouled.
Good job by the big man getting the foul, going aggressively to the basket.
Foul on Rendall. His third. Excuse me, just his second.
At the line is David Nickel.
Stats crew really on it today. Nickel can't get the roll.
Yeah, the big man just doesn't have that soft touch there at the charity stripe. And it's weird because you'd think guys that are able to hit those mid-range jump shots, it would correlate to the free throw line, but that's not always the case. However, he does hit the second.
Tigers 1 for their last 9 from the field. Schreiner 2 for their last 14. The barn burner we had the first 8 minutes of this contest, it's well in the distant memory. Davis on the interior. Rendall now's got the step on Nickel, but he can't get the layup to fall. I think he got maybe a rebound somewhere in there. Nickel not able to track that.
Yeah, I was wondering if they gave him a rebound for that. He was able to tip it around a bit, but never really came down with the ball. And the shooting really has just gotten almost difficult to watch here in the last few minutes of this one.
He did not. Rendall still stuck at 9. Wells with 7 boards, so he's 14 and 7, looking for more. Davis to the line now as Nickel with his 4th foul. 6:23 to play, and Nickel may be having a seat here in just a second. Larimore checking back in.
Larimore's been the one to hit the shots here. He's 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
Davis knocks down a pair. He's got 4. The lead back to 3.
Oh, Clark getting Pinter on the ground there.
Great recovery by Wells, stealing that one away. Now a 3-on-2. And that one blocked by Lippman, and then blocked again, but fouled.
And there's Rendall's double-double.
Get a good look at it. The recovery here from Wells gets beat. And then steps into the passing lane.
Looked like on that fast break there, De Hoyos had a chance to kick it to the corner for a 3 from Pinter, but instead he went to take it himself. Regardless, Rendall was there to clean it up. And he hits them both.
Lead up to 5.
Both the teams having to earn their points from the free throw line because baskets here are at a premium.
Luke Stewart can't get it to fall. Rebound for Wells. His 8th.
Ooh, bad look there from Davis. But the ball on the ground, De Hoyos picks it up, and he gets clobbered going up for that one. I wasn't sure if he stood up. Could have called a travel, but guess he got the dribble down.
Timeout on the floor, 5:26 to play. We'll be right back. 5:26 left to play. And Trinity trailing by 5. Schreiner looking to add to the lead. Alex DeJeos with his trip to the line, looking for 10 points. Won't find it off the first one. Second one is good. He's got his 10. The lead 6.
Yeah, a few Schreiner players into double figures now. Rindal, De Hoyos, and Wells.
Penzer with 13 as well. Stolen away by Davis. But before he did it, the foul on Jack Williams with the knee. Jack Williams to the line for a 1-and-1. Team foul number 10, so that will send us to the double bonus. Clark knocks it down. Williams knocks it down. Clark waiting to check in. He will now. Comes in for Lippman. Williams knocks down the pair. It's a 4-point game once again. 64-60, Schreiner. We approach 5 minutes to play. Davis on the far side. Nobody inside on Rindal.
Yeah, Larimore just got totally outworked there in the paint. Had no position to stop that Rindal layup.
I don't know if he was expecting maybe backside help on that, because he definitely went out to the front side.
Yeah, that entry pass just totally found the Tigers with no answer.
And another cross-court pass that goes against them. Davis picking up this time. And a foul is going to be called on Williams or Clark. I believe it'll be Williams coming through late.
Davis doing a good job to burst out quickly there.
Yeah. Tigers trying to do too many things that just are not sound basketball. You can't throw a cross-court pass down low. And this pass right here is going to be intercepted probably 9 out of 10 times. It's just not a pass you want to try to make.
Yeah, the defense will pick that off. You know, very easy to read where that one's going. It's a rarely easy pass to want to make, though. You see that guy in the corner open for 3.
Tigers may not be happy with some of the officiating calls, but at the same time, they've done nothing to help themselves, including not boxing out on that. And they're fortunate to escape without allowing any more points.
Another turnover here.
Davis once again stepping into the passing lane.
Tigers just short of 20. They're now at 19 turnovers on the game. Mountaineers do have 17 turnovers themselves, so.
Final in Georgetown, 79-68 Pirates. Schreiner needs to keep this pace going. Walk out of Calguard with the victory. The 3. Shot clock violation. Shot clock violation. And so we're going to look at that one more time.
They can review that.
I'll take us 3:51, a media timeout coming.
Now, initially, I thought he got it off on time, but oh no. Let's see.
No, he's already got it.
No, that's still in his hand. Good call.
With zeros on the clock, so they'll look at it, and they'll look at probably.
Yeah, I don't really need to see much more than that.
No, resort to the computer on that one, as we've had some technical difficulties with the on-court monitor. And I think the look at it off the replay that we just showed will show it. And they'll take us to the media timeout, 3:51 to play. When we come back, we'll update you if they've changed the call. And we'll be back here from Calguard in just a minute. to see if as we return back. I think now they're actually going to send them the media timeout. That was just the review time. And now the actual media timeout, but we'll sit here and talk through it for just a second. I think the call is going to say that it was no shot because they didn't get it off in time. And Pat Cunningham now with some words here. Under 4 minutes to play, down 7, and the team hasn't made a shot in the last 7 minutes. You know, something's got to change for Trinity. You've got to have somebody step up. We've seen it throughout the year. You get 1 or 2 players step up and sort of take charge. In the past, it's been Jack Williams, it's been Carter Larimore, it's been Luke Stewart, it's been David Nickel. It's never really been one guy constantly throughout the season. So from that standpoint, the team definitely capable of having somebody come through. I know a couple of games ago, the team was down 12 and we sort of joked around that no lead is safe in a Division III game. And I'll still hold to that. Schreiner, though, I think with the intensity that they are playing with, Trinity has got a very large mountain to climb here against the Mountaineers. It's just, it's something that Schreiner is fighting for their life, trying to get a victory to get into the postseason here. And as we said, we looked at all the scenarios. I don't think there's one that says Trinity is not in. So unless we're just mistaken on that, I think Trinity's in. It's just a matter of whether they be the 4 seed or the 6 seed, somewhere in between. And see if they've got something left in the last 4 minutes. Offensive foul against David Nickel. He's done.
That's a tough player to lose down the stretch there, but exactly right. That is his 5th foul. So his day is done. What a bad way to get that 5th foul as well on the pass off. And I have to imagine the Mountaineers practice that so much in practice because they've taken quite a number of those over the course of this game on those pass offs. Now the Tigers will not have Nickel as the guy down the stretch here.
Leaves at the team high 14 points. I think more importantly for Trinity, though, it's a lost possession. Right now they need possessions. Kick. No good. Rebound stolen away by Rendall and a travel.
Looked like the right call there, assuming he did have possession when he came down with it, which I think he did. Took a little hop there to gather himself. So as much outrage as there's been over the officiating throughout this game, I feel like there have been some pretty decent calls. Now Williams.
Top of the key, off the mark.
Wow, the Tigers still with no field goals in their last long time.
Been over 8 minutes now. Charge.
They called a block and one. Waiting to see if they call Littman before, because Littman went up to contest it.
He called the block, so it's on Williams. Be interested to see if Williams was not set up in the right spot. It was pretty close.
There have been so many of those tough 50-50 ones. Let's see. Oh, it was in that circle there.
It was inside the gray one.
Good backdoor play to Williams.
Finally a field goal and a timeout for Trinity. Down 7, 69-62, 2:35 left to play. And we'll be right back in just a bit. (69-62). It will be Schreiner ball, up 7. Trinity finally ending the field goal drought. Had been 8 minutes and 40-something seconds. And Jack Williams finally getting one through the orange cylinder. And Trinity will need to come up with some defensive stops and then continue a good offensive barrage. They are in the double bonus, so they can knock down free throws on the end. Maybe they've got a chance. Both teams will be shooting two the rest of the way. Rendall has that one out off Trinity. Shot clock at 15.
Good defense.
Women's game coming up next. Trinity already the number 1 seed. They won the SCAC regular season title.
Had a number of lopsided games this season. They won. We had that one here against Johnson and Wales, 103-26, and then a game at Centenary, 100-25 earlier this month. They've just been cruising along.
They're able to get it in. 7 on the clock. They'll pull for 3.
And you just can't do much about that.
Should be the dagger that ends it. A 10-point lead, 2 minutes to play. Hanley tries to match, and he does. Back to a 7-point lead.
That was a needed shot from Hanley there.
Yeah, but going back to last possession, Schreiner able to kill 30 seconds off the shot clock pretty much, and then still knock down the 3. Inside for Wells, and they'll draw a foul and 1.
I think that one probably was the dagger.
If the first one wasn't, that one very well should be. 74-65. The Mountaineers looking to secure a spot. They will have the tiebreaker over Trinity in the head-to-head, having won 2 games. Trinity on the verge of losing the final 3 games of the season. The young team, sophomore-led.
Quick shot from Larimore. Wow, he has been on the money.
For Larimore, 4 of 4 in this game. They've all been from downtown. He's got 12.
Big press, gives a decent press there, but De Hoyos was able to maneuver his way around it. And Tigers backing off here with just a minute left. Oh, Libman. With the strip here, Tigers could get something.
Inside, but Davis on defense has just been phenomenal. Knocks that one out of play, giving the Mountaineers a chance to recover and set back up on defense. But just getting into the passing lane all day today.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. Tigers need a quick bucket here. Larimore, or Hanley rather.
Can't get it to fall. Jump ball situation. Possession favors Schreiner. Tigers needed possession there. They're not going to get it. 7-point lead for Schreiner. I would imagine we're going to see an inbounds and a foul.
That 3 from Hanley ever so close to finding pay dirt there, just in and out. And that would have made it a 4-point game. Would have made things much more interesting here. Wells to inbound it.
Get into Rendall. Decide not to foul. Maybe looking for a steal if they can, especially in the backcourt. They don't have a whole lot of time to play around with. 41.3 to play.
Yeah, I say you just have to foul as soon as you can.
Down 7, fouling may not be a good option. I mean, you'd have to get both to miss.
That is fair with the double bonus.
So you're better off maybe trying to play for the steal. And they're not going to get it. 9-point game. They do force Schreiner to put it in quickly. Hanley's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line.
As much as time is in favor of Schreiner here, you have to make that layup if you're the Mountaineers there with that opportunity.
Take points because eventually they're just going to come around and try to foul you. Only to the line to shoot 2. Comes up empty.
Unfortunate close to the season at home for the Tigers. So that one does fall. Quick foul there from A.J. Clark. Will send Paul Wells to the line. He is tied with the team lead with 17 with Matthew Rindall, so he'll be able to have a chance here to get beyond that.
Also looking for that double-double. Needs one more board. Join Rindall. He's got 17 and 12.
18 now for Wells.
And 9. And Wells will draw the contact. His 4th foul. Hanley back to the line. Women's game set for about 25-30 minutes following the conclusion of this one. And we wait the Dallas updates, and live stats are not working out of Shreveport. Have no information on that game at all. So that one to figure into everything. If Dallas were to lose to Centenary, it creates a 4-team tie atop the standings. So
both free throws good there. Tigers still down by 8 with just 24 seconds left. And we'll see if they just throw in the towel here. They're still pressing. No, there will be a foul called. Gotta say, this is the absolute longest, most drawn out part of a basketball game, is just the back and forth fouling. And Wells, the beneficiary of all these fouls, just padding his stat line. And the first one gets very generous roll, and he is now up to 20 points for the game. And he hits them both yet again, so Wells doing a good job from the foul line. He's made 12 free throws on the day, 12 of 15.
So if Dallas were to lose today, assuming Schreiner pulls off this one, they have 10-point lead now, and they will win by 10. If Dallas loses, and they are playing top-ranked seed Centenary in Shreveport. So if Dallas were to lose, Schreiner becomes the 4 seed all the way from out of the tournament all year long to back in and the 4 seed. Trinity would then, believe, fall to the 5 seed, and Dallas and Southwestern would be the last to play in for the 6 seed. So if Dallas were to lose, I'm thinking what we'll see is Schreiner as the 4 seed, Trinity as the 5 seed, and what that would do is create a 3rd game in a week back in Kerrville between Schreiner and Trinity. So a tough task maybe for Schreiner to have to defeat a team 3 times in a week and a half, but they'll be doing so on their home floor as they host the SCAC championships. So check out scacsports.com for all the official pairings. It all really depends on what Dallas does down the stretch. And that'll do it for us today. 81-71 Schreiner defeating the Tigers here in San Antonio. And last home regular season game of the year. And your general thoughts on the 2019-2020 season.
We've had some ups, we've had some downs. It's been a good learning experience for the Tigers, improving on last year's campaign. So just got to hope they can string together some more wins next year as well.
Yeah, and with a lot of these sophomores becoming juniors, I think that extra year, got a 2-year window to kind of make some noise. It's going to be Trinity's time next season, and just kind of have to see what happens. If they come back playing at a high level in certain situations that we've seen throughout the year, I think it's very possible, very doable. But congrats again to Schreiner on making the postseason tournament, and we will have the women's game for you here shortly. Clock now reading 23 minutes to that one, plus introduction, so roughly 25, 30 minutes before that one tips. So thank you so much for your coverage this year. And fans, thank you for tuning in with us all year long. Schreiner fans, thank you for tuning in today, and we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you to the student crew all year long as well, on cameras and down in the control room, running the replays, the graphics, switching between the cameras. Thank you so much, all the camera operators throughout the year. And that'll do it for us here. 81-71, Schreiner with the victory. And we'll see you back here in Calgard for the women's game in just a few. And for the men, we'll see them back in November. What is that, 9 months? We'll see the men back here in 9 months. Have a good one.